Hey guys, Steve again from the Virginia Beach area. I'm back with an update. I guess this would be, so I guess I didn't do a month 4, so I can kind of tie in basically month 4, 5, and 6. Try to keep it brief because they can get long-winded. Mainly these past 2 months, 5 and 6. So again, today actually is Wednesday, August 16th, which makes it 6 months post-op of my MIS TLIF, minimally invasive, of S1 to L5, L5 to L4. So how am I doing? How has it been? So overall, I would say I am still happy with the results. I don't have any regrets of doing it. I really feel like if I didn't have it done, there's no way I would be doing what I'm doing now. I just don't think I would have healed with, the pars defects, both vertebrae being broken bilaterally on both sides. And no matter what I did for 2 years prior, trying to rehab it, all the therapy and everything, nothing would work. So I am very happy with the results as far as the stability of my spine, the nerve pain still being gone that I had running down my legs, which is massive. And just the overall weakness and the mental and emotional drama and stress that came with it, that has been so much better. And I'm so thankful for that. I really am. Now, do I have the up and down days? Yes. That still goes along. Back in the month 2, I want to think, I had the nerve issue going on with my foot. That took about 8 PT sessions and about a month and a half, 2 months before it started to subside through month 3. So month 2 and 3 was basically dealing with that. I want to say, I was telling my wife this, it seems like my odd months, month 1, 3, 5, were like the better months. The even months, 2, 4, 6, those were the tough ones. I don't know if it's maybe a month on, I'm feeling good, and then the next month you start doing more, and then you do too much. I don't know what it was, but that's kind of been the pattern of what I've experienced. So month 3 was getting the foot better, going into, well, really 3 and 4, getting the foot better, getting back to walking again, getting back to, because I had to stop the walking. I couldn't put foot pressure down. I couldn't sleep at night. So leading up into month 5 was probably my best month. I was feeling great. I had great results from my scans, the CAT scans, X-rays, and in month 5, I also had the go from my neurosurgeon to lift restrictions, most restrictions, like off the 20 pounds. Now I can lift, within reason. I'm not going to go out there and start squatting 250 pounds, 500 pounds, you know what I mean? But normal daily activities, picking up, grocery bags, stuff like that, running around the pool, mowing, general normal things, the restrictions were lifted, and I was told that I can start doing things. I can start getting back into stuff like the golf swing. And we got the green flag at my physical therapy to, really start working and incorporating that motion and twisting. So that's kind of what started to happen in month 5. I was super excited. And I went out there and I started swinging, just chipping and pitching, because if you don't know, golf is a major thing for me. I have so many people that want me to play, so many events and tournaments and charity events and all sorts of stuff. And that's been a hard missing all that. Plus running around with my 3-year-old. Those are 2 big priorities that I wanted to return, and the therapist knew about, that was real important to me. And then also, career and all that stuff. But, one thing at a time. But golfing and playing with my daughter was huge. And so, once I got the green flag to go and start pushing PT, we really went to work at it in month 5. I was feeling probably the best I felt. The foot pain stuff was gone. I had sprinkles of things here and there, but nothing. I still have numbness. And the neurosurgeon told me that that will also subside, but that can still take, first get the nerves to calm down, then we got to work on getting the muscles relaxed, because I haven't bent over and twisted for 5 months. So now we're going into that phase of just now getting the muscles to move. And I think I started to feel that type of pain to the point where I wasn't sure if I was pushing the fusion too far. I was nervous about all the bending and twisting that the physical therapists were putting me through, because I know this was an important phase where, as it's fusing, if I'm bending and moving around, is it breaking the fusion inside as it's trying to get solid, and all my movement, am I breaking it? And that's kind of how I feel now in month 6. I feel like, did I do too much where it's trying to fuse like this and I just broke it or did something? So I'm still a little bit nervous. I don't see my neurosurgeon. He said for my last visit, it was a 3-month stretch, so I wouldn't see him until October. And one of the reasons is because I've gone through several CAT scans and x-rays and things that had a lot of radiation. And he's one that doesn't want to push through, a lot of that. He's one that doesn't like a lot of drugs, and also, Aleve and ibuprofen and Tylenol is all I've been dealing with. But month 5, I just really felt like I pushed things harder than I've done in 2.5 years. Muscles are firing in ways that I've never felt, or haven't felt in so long, and in some aspects, never felt. So many core exercises, hundreds of squats at a time. I mean, it was just really pushing me, and all these different bends and positions and twists that I haven't done even a couple years prior, as I was going through the accident phase. So I feel like in that back end of the 5th month, things just started to crumble, like I took 5 steps backwards. And I believe some of it was the scar tissue that was forming, the tightness of the muscles, the muscle atrophy, all sorts of things that were all going, and then the extra stress for me trying to golf and just yard work, and and then one big thing that happened is one of our air units went out, and I had to go up into our attic, and I had to make my way underneath the framing to get behind the air handle, and then I also spent a couple weeks sleeping on the couch, because one side of our house behind this wall had air. We have 2 units in our house, and my master bedroom side was the air out, and then on the other side the air was on. So the girls all slept up in the upper rooms, but I slept down on the couch. And between that and everything that I was doing, month 6 turned into, it felt like month 2. I was everything just ached, real achy, right in the hardware. It felt like the hardware was fusing, but then it was pulling, like right in my sacrum area, right in the hips, right in the glutes, around and going up the spine. And I was real nervous about, was I doing too much? Did I overdo things? Did I strain things? So I had some conversations with the therapist and the neurosurgeon, and my personal self was like, you know what, I just need to slow everything back down. My walk slowed back down, and it was kind of frustrating. But I had to listen to my body, and as much as I want to be out there, as much as I want to go start searching for a new career and this and that, it was a reiteration to me that I'm not ready. I'm just 5-6 months in at a level that takes, 8 to 12 months and sometimes even longer for it to fully fuse up. So I would say in this time frame, month 5 and 6, you just have to stay patient, and you just have to not rush things. Give me 1 second, guys. They said it needs more light. It might be a little bit better. Sorry about that. So that's my biggest take is you feel good. You have good days. And then that makes you want to get out there and go. It makes you want to get back into the work. It makes you want to get back and go. It makes you, especially during the summertime. I've had a lot of, pool hangs and gatherings, and people, the more I'm going, the more people are excited that we're doing things, and they subconsciously just want to hang out. And that put me into doing more hosting, more up and down, more moving around, more standing, and going longer into the nights that I should have. Normally I'll go down about 7:30, 8 o'clock and start resting, but these would push into the 11, the 12, sometimes even later, and I'm sitting or standing. And so if you put all that stuff together, I wrap it up as in I just did too much. And my body told me, and I pray that I didn't do anything to the fusion. But that's what you have to be careful about in these days, because it's a critical time for your fusion. Even though my neurosurgeon said everything's stable and it's looking good to go, but I was reassured that you have to take baby steps. And I guess I heard green light as a little bit more exciting after waiting for this long, and it wasn't baby steps. It was a little bit more like, toddler to young teen steps, and I'm just not ready for it. So you have to be patient. Keep doing your physical therapy. Stay on top of that. Get the list of them and just keep doing it throughout the week, because I think that really is what helps keep things going. Every time I do physical therapy, I feel so much better. And it's different, even though you're moving around and doing all this active stuff, cutting the grass, this and that, it's not the same as physical therapy, the actual strengthening and core and targeted work. So that's kind of how I wrapped up month 5 and month 6. Month 5, I felt great. I just went at it. Too many things happened. Month 6, I paid the price. And now I'm slowing everything back down and being careful, but still moving more than I was in the beginning months. But I'm definitely going to be careful before I pick up a club again. I'm really going to listen and not stress it and not push it. I've come this far, so why ruin it, And I was a little scared that maybe I have. I won't really know until October, but until then, I'm just going to keep working on my nutrition. I started to do intermittent fasting and just things to keep myself going. I did have all my labs done, full panel and physical. That was about 2 weeks ago, and everything came back all the way across the board, all great, right down the middle. So I was really, really happy. My doctor was happy. My primary was happy with all that, and she said, keep doing what I'm doing. So that's what I am gonna do, but just doing things, remaining cautious and remaining patient, because it will heal. But if you push it, that's where I see a lot of people fail. They may not have the luxury of staying home. They may not have that type of luck. They have to go back to work. They have to stand, sit. And I think that could definitely lead to a failed fusion. And I hope I didn't reach that. As I'm passing into the month 7, I feel like I'm back on a better, again, going into the single month or odd month. I feel like I'm picking my pace back up again as far as how I feel, starting to feel good again. So this time I'm really just gonna coast with it instead of trying to push it. So if you're watching again, check out my other ones to see how things are progressing, but that's where we are today. I'm feeling pretty good now. No regrets. I'm very thankful still. You just have to be careful and realize that this is a long haul and it's gonna be for the rest of your life. So hang in there, guys. Keep fighting. Peace.